Differences between the dove and the pigeon. If we were to put a white dove and a white pigeon side by side, would you be able to tell the difference? We guess not. Well, pigeons and doves belong to the same family of birds, known as Columbidae, which consist of more than 300 species of birds. They share similar features like thick and round bodies, short necks, and thin beaks, but doves are generally of a smaller stature, while pigeons are often larger and sturdier. Historically, the common names for these birds involve a great deal of variation between the terms. The bird most commonly referred to as just pigeon is the domestic pigeon, which is common in many cities as the feral pigeon. Pigeon is a French word that derives from the Latin pipio, which means peeping chick, while dove is an ultimately Germanic word that refers to the bird's diving flight. Individuals all over the world also have their own linguistic views without scientific or taxonomic language. So what one person may call a dove, another person may call a pigeon. However, many people perceive them to be different based on a variety of factors, such as appearance and many more. But before we start looking at the differences between a dove and a pigeon, if you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our uploads. Before we dive into the actual differences between a pigeon and a dove, let's begin with the characteristics of their kind. Characteristic of the Columbidae. The taxonomic order that pigeons and doves belong to is known as Columbiformes. Columbidae is the long-extant family of the Columbiformes order. Like many birds, all Columbiformes are monogamous, that is, they have one single mate at a time. Unlike most other birds, however, they are capable of drinking by sucking up water without needing to tilt the head back. The members of the family Columbidae have stout bodies with short legs, small heads, short necks, and heavy plumage. They have short and slender beaks with two holes that connect to the hollow inner beak and thus to the respiratory system. As with hawks, parrots, and budgerigas, the nostrils of doves and pigeons are located in a fleshy, often waxy structure called the cere. Doves and pigeons feed on seeds. They usually construct flimsy nests made of sticks, and the two white eggs are incubated by both sexes. Unlike most other birds, doves and pigeons produce crop milk or pigeon's milk, which is secreted by a sloughing of fluid-filled cells from the lining of the crop. It is regurgitated to feed the young pigeons. Both sexes produce this highly nutritious substance to feed the young. The young doves and pigeons are called squabs. Pigeons and doves share certain features, which is why there is no division between them. There are of course variations to these rules, as there are numerous different breeds of Columbidae. Differences between a dove and a pigeon. Appearance and size. The easiest way to tell the difference between a dove and a pigeon is their size. Pigeons tend to be larger than doves, with shorter and less expressive tails. Their size shows discrepancy by their species. Crowned pigeon of New Guinea can grow as big as a turkey and weigh around 2 to 3 kilograms, contrary to the smallest dove, which is as small as a hummingbird and weighs just 22 grams. The weight of the other species vary from the biggest pigeon to the smallest dove. Moreover, the color of their feathers varies according to their type. It has also been observed that the tails of pigeons are more rounded in shape, whereas the tails of doves are more pointed. Food and their predators. Doves and pigeons feed on fruits, seeds, and plants, but some of the species of doves have been observed to feed on small insects. For example, quail doves and ground doves also feed on worms and insects. Pigeons are primarily hunted by other birds with dive velocity. Think peregrine falcons and hawks. Doves not only contend with predatory birds, but ground doves must also fear snakes and rats, especially as it relates to their eggs. Similarly, humans are one of their predators as well. Behavior and habitat. There is a large number of species of these birds found all over the world. Both dove and pigeons are adaptive to almost all types of environment, whether the place is an island or a desert. Although they are found in any habitat, ranges vary among the species. Some have very large ranges. For example, the Eurasian collared dove can be found from China to India and the Middle East to Europe and Britain. The eared dove can be found across the whole of South America. Other species have more restricted ranges, some being found in just one place. For example, the whistling dove is only found on Kudavo Island in Fiji, and the Grenada dove is only to be found in the country of the same name. While some species of pigeons are found in only some areas, like the Somali pigeon that only lives in a tiny area of northern Somalia, the black-banded fruit dove, which lives only in Arnhem Land in Australia, and Moreno's ground dove, which is only found in a small area of southern Argentina. Sounds. Doves have long been associated with a melodious cooing, but pigeons also make this sound. While both make similar sounds, the trumpeter pigeon turns the typical coo into something unique, like a low laugh. Each bird, descending from the same species, has similar vocal instruments, meaning it could take an expert to spot the difference based solely on sound. Their calls can be different in changed situations, such as they make the sound of "or" when the situation is alarming. Moreover, they make the coo sounds from their nest. To conclude, both doves and pigeons are very similar, but there are characteristics that set them apart. We would like to know which team you are, Team Dove or Team Pigeon, and why. Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this video. Please share the video with your friends and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more uploads.